Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Phoebe and in today's tutorial I'll show you guys how I made this beautiful flare gown that has a yoke. If this is something you'd like to see, please make sure you keep on watching. Now let's jump right into the video. I'll be using this 3 yards of Ankara print fabric. So the 3 yards is already folded into two like this. So I'm going to try to fold it to the wrong side. So I've folded the 3 yards into two on the wrong side so that my markings will not be visible. So what you're going to do next is to fold the fabric on a bias. So I've gone ahead to fold my fabric on a bias. So I'll just explain what I did. So I folded my fabric into two like this, into two like this. And then from this edge, I went ahead to fold it again like this to create like a triangle. So I explain again. First, I folded my 3 yards into two, and then from this point, I went ahead to fold it on the bias, creating a triangle like this. So first thing I'm going to do is to take the measurements of this line right here. So what I have is 45. I doubt if this will be enough for the length that I want to achieve, but let's just start cutting first. So what I'm going to do now is to mark out my shoulder line. But first, I'm going to come down by 11 inches like this. I'll mark this right here. So I'm going to check if this will give me my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is, half of my shoulder measurement is 8 inches. So I'm going to mark this right here. And I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Then for the neck width, I'll be taking 3 inches. This is for the front. So I'm going to take a neck depth of 3.5 inches too for the front. Connect the shoulder slope line. Then for the back, it's going to be longer than this. So I'm going to come down by 9 inches and connect the points like this for the back neckline, because this dress is not going to have a zipper. So we need to cut it in a way that it will be easy for the dress to pass through the neck. From these points right here, I'm going to take my chest line. So from my shoulder to my chest line, it's 9 inches. So I'm going to mark that right here. So I'm trying to mark it in a way that I would have a straight line. Okay, so from here, I'm going to mark a cut of my bust measurement, which is 9.75. That's 9 divided by 4, 9.75. Then I'm going to add 2 inches or 2.5 inches to this. So 1.5 inches would be for ease allowance and 1 inch for seam allowance. Or if the 2.5 inches is too much for you, you can just make it 2 inches, 1 inch for ease, then 1 inch as the sewing allowance. I'm just going to make a straight connection from this line right here all the way to this area. Remember I said I'm not sure this will give me the length that I want to achieve. So I'm going to come here and measure the actual length of my gown. You know, this area is long enough. So on this area, I'm going to get the full length of my gown. And then for the other part that is not enough, I can always add. So from here, I'm going to mark my shoulder to my waist is 17 inches. Now from my waist to where I want the gown to stop, I want it to stop around my knee area. So that would be 27 inches. So from my waist to my knee area is 27 inches. So I'm just going to mark that right here. But I'll also add half an inch for hemming allowance. So from here to my gown length is 45 inches. So I'm going to try and make sure that I have 45 inches around this point. As I got to this area, can see the fabric stops here. So I will still go ahead and cut it. Then I'll go ahead and add more fabric to this area to give me the length that I want. So I'm going to cut out the front neckline since it's a bit, it's not as deep as the back. So I'm going to cut that first. I'm going to add half an inch to the shoulder area like this. So now for my armhole, I'm going to mark 9 inches right here to connect my shoulder point down like this. I know my shoulder area was 8 inches, but if I mark 8 inches here, I'm not going to have a straight line. It's going to come inwards like this. So that's why I marked 9 inches. But I'm thinking of even marking 9.5. 9.5 will be fine. So I'm going to mark 9.5 to give me a straight line like this. And then I'm going to create an armhole curve like this and blend it into this point like so. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Okay, so here's what I have so far. So I'm going to have to add fabric at this point and also at this point here to ensure that I have the same measurement to give me the total length of my gown. Okay, before going ahead to join the fabrics together, I just want to show you guys what I have cut out. So the width of this fabric is 15 inches because I have measured how much fabric I need in order to get the required length that I want for the dress. So I made sure to follow the pattern on my fabric. If your fabric is a plain fabric, you won't need to worry about this. But because mine has patterns, I try to make sure that the pattern here matches up with the piece of fabric that I've cut. For example, for this area like this, I made sure to cut out this pink design so that when I sew it together, it matches up. It matches up as you can see. So for this other side that has these different colors of flower patterns or floral patterns, I also went ahead to ensure that I cut out my fabric in a way that by the time I sew, it's going to blend with the pattern I have here. So I'll go ahead and join the pieces of fabric together respectively and give it a good press, and then I'll come back to cut the dress completely. So after joining the fabrics together, as you can see here, I went ahead to cut out the full length of my dress. So the same measurement I got along this line, I measured it from here to here and all the way to this point, and I got the full length of my gown. So everything is equal now. So we're going to be making some alterations on the body of the dress, the neckline, and also the yoke area. I want to attach a net, a chantilly lace around the neckline area. From this my bust line, I'm going to measure what I have from here to this point. So I'm going to ensure that I have the same thing from here to this edge too. So clearly there's an increase of 1.5 inches along this point. So I'm going to mark that right here. The reason for this is to make sure that the sides and the center front of the gown are equal. So if you choose to leave yours like this, you're only going to see a little bit of dropping at the sides. But because I don't want that, I'm going to make sure that I make both sides equal. So I'm going to blend it in like this. And I'm going to cut it out. Next thing I'll be doing now is to adjust the neck width. So initially I took a neck width of 3 inches, but I want to increase that to 3.5 inches. So I'm going to mark half an inch here. So now for the back, I don't want it to be this long anymore. I don't want the neck line to be this deep rather. So I'm going to reduce it by, I say 2 inches. By 2 inches. So initially what I had here was I think 8 inches. So what I have here now is 6 inches. So I'm going to try to get the same measurements from here to my waistline. So this is my waistline. I'm going to notch this point. Good. So now to cut out the front and back neckline, I'm going to remove the back from the front. Okay, I've already cut out the front, yes. So I'm going to remove the back from the front now to cut out the back neckline. What I'm doing now is to check the design of the floral pattern so that I can know which one I would decide to go with for the front or for the back. Okay, so I think I'll go with this one as the front. I'll go with this one as the front. So this already has the front neckline cut out. So that means the measurement I took here for 6.5 as the neck as the neck depth for the back, I'm going to do it here. I'm going to mark it here too and cut it out. Looking for my chalk. Oh, it's missing. Okay, so I've gotten another chalk because I honestly don't know where the chalk just disappeared to right now. So I want to use this one as the front. So to cut out the back, I'm going to just place this together and just mark out that 6.5 inches for the back neck depth. So I'm going to cut out the back now. Oh, I just I just remember that I've not even cut out the 0.5 inches extra that I added to the neckline. So let me do that. Please don't be like me. Oh. Okay. So I've cut both of them out now. This is the front, right? This is the back. This is the back. I'm going to be adding a yoke to the neckline area or to the upper part of the dress. So we're going to need to cut out that part of the yoke away from the main dress or the main body of the dress. So I'm going to start with the front. So I'm going to fold it into two like this. I'm going to create the shape or the style of the yoke just the way I want it. So I want it to come down, let's say 2.5 inches. Yeah, 2.5 inches below this my bust line. This is the chantilly lace that I'm going to use to create the yoke. So here I'll mark 2 inches as well. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out for the front yoke. So I'll be using this to cut out the yoke on my chantilly lace. But while cutting, I'm going to add 1 inch to the lower part because this is not a pattern, right? I cut it directly on my fabric. So the 1 inch is going to act as the allowance to join both sides together so that I don't lose any measurements. So for the back, I would also come down by 2.5 inches and then here, let's see, 3.5 inches. So I'm going to do this one to form a straight line. So this is for the back. Like I mentioned, I would also add 1 inch allowance while cutting out the yoke to serve as the allowance to join both pieces together. So now that I have both yokes, I'll go ahead and cut them on my chantilly lace. So I'm done turning the necklines of the yoke. The next thing to do is to attach the yoke to the main part of the dress. So this is for the back. I'll take this to my sewing machine and I'm going to join them together by 0.5 inch allowance. For the front, I'm going to repeat the same thing. I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and join them together by 0.5 inch allowance. So I have joined the yoke to the main body of the dress, after which I went ahead to sew the shoulders of both the front and back together. I'm going to be cutting out the size I want for the pocket and the shape as well. So I have this leftover fabric, so I'm going to fold it into 4 like this. For the pocket length, I think I'll be going with 8.5 inches. 8.5 inches. Okay, so this is like 9 inches, so I'll go with 9 inches and I'll just go ahead and reshape the pocket So what I have from here to here is 10.5 inches. So that's how wide the pocket will be. Then I'm going to split this open. Okay, now so the pocket is ready to be attached to the body of the dress. So remember that I notched my waistline. I notched my waistline right here. So I'm going to come down by 3 inches like this. And okay, let me notch the this point of the pocket. Let me notch it so I know how to place the pocket. So I'm going to I'm going to take this to my sewing machine. I'm going to place this right here. I'm going to sew by 1/2 inch. I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and sew the pockets from here all the way down. So I'll repeat the same thing on the front and on the back as well. So I'll be using this leftover fabric to cut out my sleeve. So it's a short sleeve and the fabric is already folded into two. So I want this floral part to be at the lower part of the sleeve. So I'm going to fold it again like this. Then I would need to measure what I have on the armhole area. So I have 11 inches. So the sleeve length that I want to cut out is 11 inches. So that's my sleeve length from my shoulder to where I want the sleeve to stop. So because of hem allowance or hemming allowance and also allowance to join, I'll cut out a 12.5 inches. Now for my bicep line, I'll be using 4 inches. So remember that my armhole measurement is 11 and what I have here is about 10 inches. So this would work for me. So I'm just going to create like an S shape. So I'm going to go back in now and measure what I have here. See, I even have 11.5. So this is enough for me. Now for the hem of the sleeve, I'll come in by 1.5 inches like this. It's not going to be fitted, but it will still be free. And then cut it out. I'll notch the center like this. So I have my sleeve ready. So I'm done attaching the sleeve to the armhole area of the dress, and I also hemmed my sleeve. So remember I added an extra 1.5 inches. So 1/2 inch to attach the sleeve to the armhole area, then 1 inch for the hem. So that's what I did. What is left now is to sew the sides of the dress and then hem the dress. After I'm done closing up the two sides, I'll go ahead and finish the hem of the dress. So this is a flare hem, so it will not be easy to like fold it and sew. So you might just have to overlock the raw edges and just fold it a little bit and sew, or you do it like I think they call it English weaving or so. So that's the solution to the hem. So I'll go ahead and do all of this and I'll show you guys the final result. So this is the final result. I hope you've learned one or two from this video. And also note that I later created an external belt to help tie up the dress if I don't want it to be flowing freely. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video.